So sideboarding for game 2 against Callblade. Let's see here. So Manic Vandal is meant for decks with heavy artifacts. Callblade usually only plays 2 to 3 artifacts. If they were playing Tumble Magnets, I'd definitely bring in the Manic Vandals, but for the most part, I just want to be as fast as I can. Arc Trail could be better than Burst Lightning in this setup. Gets rid of a Stoneforge and a Squadron Hawk. So I think we'll cut the bursts here. I'm not sure if that's correct yet, though. Haven't done enough testing with this matchup. I like to have the Ratchet Bombs if I know he has core Firewalkers, but some lists just don't have Firewalkers, so I don't want to bring him in because if he doesn't have core Firewalkers, it could turn out to just be too slow. I think the rest of it, everything I want to have, it all seems fine here. So let's go with this. So he's got 61 cards in his deck. He could be running Jerry T's list, and that would be interesting. We're not going to mulligan this hand. So he is playing Jerry T's list as far as I can tell. We didn't see any black mana from him last time. Jerry T's list does not include any core Firewalkers, so that's good to know. So we gave him a land. It's kind of annoying, but it's a small price to pay for a 2/2 haster for 1 mana. It's actually a benefit if they don't reveal land, because you get a peek at their what they're having in their hands. Does he have a Stoneforge Mystic here? That's fine. I think the play is to bolt it and Teetering Peaks through. So he's got the Life Staff in his deck, as Jerry's does. Okay. We're going to need to use this Teetering Peaks for mana, so I definitely think we'll go with the same plan we had already. So he has a Doomblade as well. We got to keep that in mind. Squadron Hawks would be kind of good for him right now, as he has the Silvok Life Staff. So he's going to wait until we attack the Doomblade Goblin Guide. So that means there's no reason to attack. If he wants to use his mana efficiently, he'll Doomblade Goblin Guide anyways, and we're not going to give him a free land just because, since he's not doing so well on land right now. He's got a Darkslick Shores in hand, but he played the Creeping Tar Pit last turn, which means he's got weird mana going on. So the plan here is to lay. The only problem is if he has a Day of Judgment in his hand. Jerry's list has 1. He can force us. He can actually hold back his Doomblade and just Day of Judgment us next turn, and that would be a blowout. So normally, if I knew he didn't have a Day of Judgment in his hand, I would not attack with the Goblin Guide here, but I have to force him to use it if I want to get around Day of Judgment. If we see a spell, I'll give him a land, okay. Spike Shot and Ember Hauler. So Doomblade is gone from his hand. He's got a Silvok Life Staff as well. I'm not sure what he has in his hand that he'd rather play Creeping Tar Pit last turn than a Darkslick Shores and the Silvok Life Staff. He missed the turn having his Life Staff come into play tap, so I think it's a misplay. I can't think of a single situation where you'd have it the other way around. So he does have double white, and he could have a Day of Judgment. So I'm glad we played around that. Squadron Hawk, that's good. That's very nice for him. If he keeps on playing his life staff and attaching, we can keep on pinging with Spike Shot Elder. If we draw another land, we can, let's see. If we draw another land, we can Lightning Bolt his next one when he tries to attach it. So that's nice. So we just make up for the life he gained on the life staff there. We're also nearing Gideon range. I mean, he's in Gideon range right now. Hopefully he doesn't have it. We know he has another land in his hand, so... If he attaches here, we'll bolt in response. It's essentially dealing him 3 damage by not letting him gain 3 life of that. So he might play his Dark Slick Shore this turn. Or he can, yeah, okay, so there. He's got an island in his hand as well. So, I'm not sure what he's doing exactly. Let's get in for damage here. The question is, I think we'll want to go with the Goblin Guide here, so. It's 5 damage if he doesn't have a Condemn. So he has Gideon on top of his deck. That's very annoying. So he has Condemn. Question is, do we shoot in response? I think we do. That would turn off our Ember Hauler's activation, though. I think we do. I think we save the most mana, though. We don't know if he's in the... He could come down with Gideon and kill the... Oh, I just shot myself. That was a misclick. Okay, so that was annoying. We're down life, and he's up a point of life, so it happens. So again, this turn, he's playing Mana Leak still? Oh, Flash Freeze? Okay, well, that's still not very good. You shouldn't be playing Flash Freeze against... I don't think you should, at least. I'm pretty sure he's not playing it correctly, but that's fine. We're not looking good, but we got to keep on pressing on. There's no reason to put that land into play. 2 and 1. That misclick really hurt us. So he's going to gain 1 life above that total. And we'll beat in for some damage here. We have 2 points of damage on board, so if we draw a Stagger Shock, we win. We keep on giving him lands. That's kind of annoying. I'm sorry, he still has 1 Squadron Hawk in his hand, so... We need to do more than just draw a Stagger Shock. So he should be at 5 and we should be at 21. Due to that misclick. That island's in play, right? So the life stuff is for sure. Yeah. So we know 3 of the cards in his hand. Squadron Hawk, Gideon, Jura, Swamp. This turn he can play and equip and keep a creeping target back on defense, so that's really annoying. I still don't want to bring in Manic Vandal just for the Sivok Life Staff. So he's got a Gideon. He's in a +2 or kill us. Okay, so +2. So if we draw a Stagger Shock, and he doesn't know about equipping his own Creeping Tar Pit with a Life Staff and killing it, we win. Oh, he could also have a Flash Freeze. So, kind of flooded here. It would have been nice to have drawn a Tectonic Edge as one of these lands. I think we're dead. So we'll just attack Gideon. I mean, we're not dead because he's got a... If he doesn't know how he can gain life, we'll have time. So there's a Condemn on top of his deck. So we essentially need to draw 4 points of burn if he doesn't know how to gain life with Gideon. I mean, with life staff and Gideon. He could also condemn his own creature as well, so he pretty much has the game as long as he's not misplaying. Oh, he can also force us to attack our Goblin Guide into his Squadron Hawk, so we're in big trouble. Oh, he just dropped his Sword of Feast and Famine while it was paused. Seems like a very strange play. So we need a top deck here to get out of this. That's not a top deck, so that's game. It's not game, really. I'd like to think it's game, but it's not really. It's pretty close to game. I mean, we have nigh impossible. It's nigh impossible for us to get out of this. I mean, he can swing for a lot next turn. How much can he swing for? Upwards of 11. And he'll be at 9 life. Actually, it is. It's impossible, so let's just save some time.